Welcome to my channel. This is Research Methodology in Scientific Report Writing step-by-step tutorial. In today's lesson, we will see sampling design. If you are new for this channel, please hit subscribe. Let's begin. Under sampling design, in today's lesson, we will see introduction to sampling, characteristics of sampling, and objectives of sampling. Research is fundamentally concerned with gathering information that can be used to answer questions or test hypotheses about a particular subject matter. In many cases, it is neither practical nor possible to study an entire group or population of interest, whether due to constraints of time, cost, accessibility, or the sheer size of the group. This practical reality gives rise to the need for sampling. Sampling is a core concept in research methodology because nearly all research is conducted on a sample, a subset of population, rather than the entire population itself. This fundamental premise underlying sampling is that careful selection of a representative subset allows researchers to draw valid conclusions that can be generalized to the larger population from which the sample was drawn. The introduction to sampling involves understanding several foundational concepts like population, sample, sampling unit, sampling frame, and sampling error or sampling bias. The population is a complete set of all elements, individuals, or objects that possess the characteristics of interest to the researcher. Sample is a subset or fraction of the population that is selected to participate in the study. The sampling unit, it is the individual element or a group from which data is collected. That may be person, household, or organization. And sampling frame is a comprehensive list or source from which the sample is drawn. Sampling error is the difference between results obtained from the sample and the true values that would be obtained from studying the entire population. So that difference is what we call sampling error. All sampling is not merely a convenience. It is a deliberate and systematic research strategy that, when properly executed, yields reliable, accurate, and credible findings at a fraction of the cost and effort of studying the entire population. The quality of any research study, therefore, depends heavily on the appropriateness of its sampling design. The term sampling refers to the process of selecting a portion of population to represent the whole population for the purpose of research. In its most precise definition, sampling is a systematic procedure by which researchers choose individuals, objects, or elements or households from a larger population so that the selected subset or the sample can be studied to make inferences about the entire population. That means the selected samples are representative of the entire population. Several authoritative definitions help clarify the meaning of sampling. For example, according to Kotari, sampling is the process of selecting a few from a larger group to become the basis for estimating or predicting the prevalence of an unknown piece of information, situation, or outcome regarding the larger group. Or another scholar defines sampling as it's a process of selecting a sufficient number of elements from the population so that by studying the sample and understanding its properties or characteristics, the researcher is able to generalize the findings back to the population from which they were drawn. Others also define sampling as it involves any procedure that uses a small number of items or a portion of the population to make conclusions regarding the whole population. So this definition collectively highlight a few essential features of sampling. There are also key characteristics of sampling. One is selection from defined population, representativeness, generalizability, efficiency, and economy. Selection from defined population, meaning sampling always operates on a clearly identified population from which elements are drawn. Another one, the central purpose of sampling is to select a subset that accurately reflects the characteristics of the larger population, enabling generalizable findings. Another one is generalization and inference. Through statistical or analytical reasoning, the findings derived from the sample are extended to describe the population as a whole. Efficiency and economy. Sampling makes research feasible by reducing time, cost, and effort required while still producing dependable results. There are also objectives of sampling. Sampling is not a mere activity. It has its own objective. The meaning of sampling is further classified by understanding its core objective. 1. To obtain information about the population without studying every element. To gather reliable and accurate data within a constraints of available resources. To reduce the risk of bias by ensuring that the sample is representative of population. To enable the application of statistical techniques for estimating population parameters. So in conclusion, sampling is a deliberate, systematic process of selecting a representative subset or sample from a larger population to enable the researcher to draw valid conclusions about the entire population's efficiency, economy, and accuracy. For more, it is possible to refer these sources or references. Thank you for watching. Again, if you are new for this channel, please hit subscribe. See you again.